welcome back to Divine Vibes. Again, it's all about slowing down, connecting with God, and finding encouragement in your daily walk. So let's dive in and let His peace set the tone for your week. Okay, guys, so this is more of course, this is still about encouragement. Don't get me wrong, but it's just also me just being honest with some encounters and stuff that I have been facing and dealing with. Um, I'm far from perfect, and I'm just in that space where, these are things that I want to share and also learn from, and to always know that the Bible and praying is just that reassurance and that understanding and knowing that God is with me and with us no matter what we face and what we're going through. And so, with that being said, so the past few days, well, a few days ago, I would say, went out of town, and my son was here with my mom and my grandmother. And so I was laying in bed, of course, not having my kid around, experienced that deep quiet time. And but in the midst of that quiet time, I sometimes seem to um I tend to, overthink, be in my head a lot, and that's not good. So in other words, I do, I guess you could say, give the enemy that space to fill me up with fear. And I will say that there are times that I am fighting some slight anxiety of certain things that just goes on in my head. But I will also say as well that I do fight back against that anxiety as well. And I fight back by, telling myself, nope, we're not doing this, or just immediately going into prayer, like whatever I know that is necessary for me to do, because nobody wants the weight of anything that is not of God to be weighing down on them, because it's heavy and it's a lot to deal with. So I do fight back against slight anxiety and stuff like that. And a lot of it comes with, when my baby is not in my presence. I just get to just being in my head, and I just don't know why. And I just think about the bad things, and it's not that he's in any harm or danger when he's with my mom or anything like that. It's just me. It's me. I'm a first time mother, a single mother at that, and then just with everything that's going on in the world, it's just so much that just hits me. So, I just feel like, can anyone love my son the way I love him, or be the mother that I know that I am to my son? And I really just going down a rabbit hole and things like that. And I know that that's not good. And I know that is something in prayer that I have to work on and overcome. And I also know that I have no business fearing in general, and I have no business, thinking about stuff like that. So of course, my devotion and the word is always my reassurance. And besides, regardless, I refuse to allow myself to sit in the hands of the enemy. So when all that was playing in my head, or trying to have its fun and do its thing, I immediately sat up, and I grabbed my physical Bible, my notebook, and I also pulled up my Bible app on my phone, because that's where my devotions are. And I just, I lay it all out. And first, I just kind of sit and think and just look over things, and then it's just like, okay, I'm ready to dive in. And it's really crazy that I had those moments and stuff when I was laying in bed, because I feel like, God was answering me, because literally the devotion that I was that I was reading about, it was telling us that God is always with us. So when you all have the time to yourself and with God, I do recommend that you read Psalms 23, verse 4, Isaiah 56, verse 6, Luke 12, verse 7, and Hebrews 11, verse 6. And I will also put those scriptures down in the bio below. And those are all great scriptures, and they hold powerful messages of reassurance that God will always be with us. Psalms 23 is a very familiar chapter. It was one of the few chapters that I learned as a little girl growing up. But in this particular verse of verse 4, as it reads, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And there in that particular verse, I do feel that God wants us to know that even in our darkest and scariest moments in our lives, God still does not want us to fear. He is always with us. He's always offering comfort and protection. And in my Bible, right now, I do have the word rod and staff circled, because I do know that symbolizes God's powerful defense against evil. And at the same time, it's his leadership to guide us to safety. So my reminder to myself and to you as well, seek him. Seek the Lord and call on him. He is always available and on time. Even in our scariest moments in life, whether it's with our kids or ourselves, our family members, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Call on him. Tap into the word. The Bible is the only living book, and the author is like no other. God knows and he cares. And it's important that we trust in him rather than fearing worldly circumstances. So as I put my faith into action, I hope that you are also doing that as well, regardless of what you may be dealing with that's dark and scary. Let's put our faith into action. And we have to understand that we are precious, we're known, and we're valued by him. And as for me, I know that I must never give the enemy any space in my mind. I will not live in fear, because no matter what I may be going through, I know that God is always with me. And I hope that you all know that he is always with you as well. So that was just my confession of something that I was not that I've been dealing with. I don't want to no longer deal with that. I want to always keep this, this recording to you all and also to myself, just a reassurance and a reminder that God is going to protect us. He's going to watch over us. So I know that God is going to watch over my son wholeheartedly. And as he tells us to not fear not, with ourselves, that also comes with everything that is ours. So I need to fear not, even when it comes to my child's life, and trust him with him as well. So I do thank you all for just listening to the moment. That moment, I needed to get that off my chest and to share that. And I hope that was also some encouragement to anyone else out there. So again, thanks for hanging out with me today here on Divine Vibes. May you continue to be guided by God's light. Carry those divine vibes into your week. Don't forget you are chosen, you are loved, and God is not done with your story yet. Talk soon.